Flywheelers. I'm bringing a car which has been asked by most of you to bring. I know it has been built late. It's because even the demo car was not available because of the demand for this car. Whatever came as a unit, it has been sold like hot cake. So it is said that better late than never. So I'm bringing the first drive of the all-new Toyota Camry Hybrid. Welcome to Flywheel. Executive sedan, or rather premium executive sedan, is one segment which I felt not been considered so much in Indian market. Whenever we travel abroad and happen to drive other cars in this segment, we always feel that this segment should have more presence in India because most of the manufacturers have very good products in this segment. But Toyota has not disappointed Indian crowd yet. They have made the presence with their Camrys for generations. We have the latest Camry here, and this is a segment which is mostly known for the peoples like the professionals, business people, and even the hotel and luxury taxis. Because this segment is bringing lot of features and creature comfort from the upper luxury segment in a very good value for money package. Anyway, let's check out this Camry in detail. Let's check out the design. But before we go to the design, let's go through the brief history of the Toyota Camry.
Toyota, the largest car maker in the world, introduced the first Camry in 1982. But the Camry nameplate was used between 79 and 82 as a sedan variant of Celica. But the real original Camry was introduced as a V10 series, which was a narrow body, and there was two kind of bodies available for the Camry since then. It was narrow and the wide body ones. Even though Toyota Corolla is known as the world car, Camry is considered as the second world car for Toyota, as it has presence in various markets in the world. The success of Camry as a brand was arised from the success in the greatest market of America, competing with the American big cars. The first Camry V10 was a narrow body one, and there are two series variants for Camry. One is the V and the other one was XV. XV is basically considered as the wide body ones. Even though Camry was available in two variants, most of the international market accepted the wide body, which is the XV series. And the first Camry to hit officially in India was the XV30 variant, which was introduced globally in 2001. The VS30 was well accepted in Indian market. But the next generation, which was the VX40, was the most successful Camry ever in India. It was sold very well in India, and that was a time when that segment itself was growing well. Next comes the XV50, which wasn't a great hit in India. But the latest variant XC70 has taken off very well and is doing a good role in a market which is not very prominent in India. Now let's check out how it appears in its exterior design.
Of this recent generation Camrys, this is the one which has appealed me most because it has got more premium look than the earlier ones. It somehow feel a little bit of Lexus from the last generation, and it means it look more premium. So we can see the Toyota design identity, especially the global identity all over. First of all, you can see the logo placed in the center, and these lines and all carried very well. A sleek light is there. There's a projector headlight, and there are triple line which is for the LED daytime running light. And you can also see the blue lining inside the logo of Toyota, which means it's hybrid, and blue is the new green as such. So that way it's also denote the hybrid decision of Toyota cars. And here you can see a huge portion which is also the air vent and the grille, and it's been given a grey finish, especially in this white look amazing. Some of the colors like the black has more appealing, more premiumness, which I really loved. And there are few lines on the hood which again has been done very well. It's not disturbing your vision or view, but it's been sleeked and carved very well. On the front, I feel it's more masculine and more powerful looking than the earlier Camrys. And even in the side profile, you can see that. We'll check that later. Anyway, in the front, when you see the car on the rear view mirror, this front is more appealing than any of the recent Camrys for me. So when you come to the side profile, there is a proper three-box design element and form carried on this Camry. I love sedan forms, even though I really love some of the SUVs. Sedan is one form which gives me premium feel. And this is very appealing for me. This 3-box design with a long hood, the proper greenhouse and a small boot portion. It's a proper sedan proportion, which is mostly seen on the premium sedan. You can see lines which are carrying a masculine feel for the car. The line on the hood, the shoulder line, and some of the lines on the doors give proper masculine feel. But this line continues and form a hip in the rear, which again give a more premium luxury appeal for the car. Both the front and rear light has been carved to the side portion, which again gives a premiumness. It's not a proper coupe-like round roof front, but there's been carved and kept it very well. The greenhouse also is different, especially the clink on the rear portion give more premium appeal to the car. And this side view mirror, which is separated, looks amazing. And there's an 18-inch multi-spoke alloy, which again add on to the premium feel of the design. It looks amazing in darker color, in my opinion, and I really love this. Some logo of hybrid is also placed on the fender. Side proportion very well carved for this car, which look amazing. When you come to the rear, you can see again a different identity given for Camry. So it's a different feel to see this Camry in this way, because the Camry has been very different without any sporty approach to the design. But now there is a blend of sportiness and premiumness. As I said, that hip formation which you see in the side profile has been carried very well here. There's a line which formed like this and carry on to the boot with an Intel spoiler, which again look masculine and sportier. The line for this glass cutting is different. Normally it comes ascending like this, but here is a different form, which again is a different identity. There's a wraparound tail light, which again it's a huge one. Camry badging and Toyota badging where the blue inserts obviously is there. Bumper has also been occupied very well and is looking great. So altogether, design is more premium and more sportier than earlier, which is more appealing, as I said earlier. And a customer of this segment feel more value for money because it gives more upgrade feel with this design, and especially in a darker color. Somehow I felt the darker color is more attractive in this design, and I really loved it. So there's a huge 524 liter huge boot space, and the space is well crafted. It's a wide opening. There's a deep boot. It counts around premium car space of 524 is a huge one. There's a huge space management also done, which is a Japanese thing. If you lift up this tray, you can see another tray with all the jack and levers kept very well. And beneath that, you can see a full-size spare wheel. It's a full-size one, not a space saver. So that's something which has to be appreciated, because there's a proper space management by Japanese done here, and that's been reflected very well. And there is a small door onto the second row seat, which can be opened if you want to keep some long luggage like a ski board or something, which is not very common in India, but that's something if you want to keep a long thing. So this is a very practical boot, which is very good for a weekend luggage or for a long trip luggage for a family. When you enter inside the Camry, you can feel that interior is also given a very premium touch and finish. It's reflected on most of the ways, especially on the design, and design is something very different from earlier Camrys. So it will start from the top of the dashboard is given soft material, which again feel like premium. The air vents are integrated very well. Below that, there is a center console, which is integrated with the infotainment system and the air condition controls, which again has got some premium finish with that brushed aluminum buttons and a piano black base. Everything has got manual buttons also for a better usage. When you come down, you can again feel a very well integrated center console where you have the induction charging ahead of this gear lever, and two cup holders are kept here. Rest of the switches are integrated very well. You can feel the premiumness everywhere. This is steering, which is a leather wrapped, and the same material from the top of the dash has been here on the center hub of the steering. Switches are layered very well. The quality of switches is good. And the instrument console is also very good with a TFT screen, which again replicate the graphic on the infotainment system. All the informations are passed here very well. Other thing is that it's a fully leather wrapped interior. You will feel that premiumness of leather, especially when you touch and feel the leather on the seats. There's a different kind of leather here on the bottom of the dashboard, and the trim over here is also very attractive. There's a mix of black, white and grey, plus an brushed aluminum feel for this interior, which again is a mix of premium and sportiness. There's a glove box which is deep here, and the handrest is also carved very well. The stitches are very pro-centric to driver. There's a neat glove box where you can keep the documents. Cup holders and the bottle holders on the door pad also very well integrated. When I talk about the infotainment system, there's a 8+1 subwoofer, 9-speaker JBL sound system. And you know about JBL, most of us use JBL as a earphone or a Bluetooth device. And the sound quality is amazing, and that has been reflected here. So altogether, it's a very refined interior. The seats are controlled electrically, and to add on, there is the seat cooling in both the seats. And for your information, the car is actually on now, but it's on a hybrid mode where only the batteries are actually running the entire car system. So ACs are working, but when the battery level comes down, the engine crank automatically. But again, it's a refined engine. Steering is also electrically adjustable, and the other advantage is it raises up when you get down from the car, so it's more easy for access getting into the car. There's a head-up display. As usual, when you are with the polarized glass, you won't see it properly, but if you're removing it, there's a clear information available. And this electric seat on the passenger side can be adjusted with the button over here, which can be operated from this side as well as for the rear passenger to give more legroom, which I'll explain when I take for a drive. I'll sit there, travel, and explain the rear portion. To add on to the feature, there's again a sunroof over here where you can manually operate this tray and can be operated electrically with the touch of a button over here. So interior of Camry again is a value for money one, with a lot of integration of good quality materials and a very good built-in quality for this interior. Hi, I am driving in a real life condition, so I'm in a very bad traffic now, but I'm not talking. You know why I'm not talking? Just want to make you feel that I'm not actually on an IC engine. I'm supported by an electric motor. So there is no noise now from an engine. So we are actually running on a electric motor as part of this powertrain, which is the hybrid powertrain, which I already explained to you. So now I'm running just pure electric. So it's an electric car now, still an electric car, unless the battery charge comes below 20% or I throttle above 1200 RPM, it is still an electric car. So that's what I am actually trying to explain here with this new Toyota hybrid system. As I said, there's a pure 4-cylinder petrol engine and an electric engine, as I mentioned, plus you have a gearbox. So this is the powertrain of the Toyota Camry hybrid, and it's a proper pure hybrid, not a mild hybrid, which we see mostly on other cars on our roads. Mild hybrid is different from hybrid. Mild hybrid is it's in a just engine and off and start function, which support battery system, which give life to all your infotainment, air conditioning, everything when you're in traffic or when you're idle. But again, when the battery charges goes down, it restart the engine, wherein it become again an IC engine. In that case, you are not having any proper electric support to move the vehicle. So if you want to move the vehicle in a mild hybrid system, you have to have an IC engine. Whereas in this case, we are still moving with the help of an electric motor. Unless the battery charge goes below 20%, the IC engine won't kickstart, or had to throttle the pedal where the RPM has to go beyond about 1200. So this is still running an electric, which is still the hybrid system which you are experiencing now. So this is the highlight of Toyota's hybrid system, which is again the pure step between the IC engine era and the EV era. We normally get a lot of questions about the EV and electric vehicles, and I used to understand that even though companies are providing electric vehicle, we are still lacking a lot of infrastructure. Apart from that, we are actually not reducing much of carbon usage or reducing the pollution, because in India most of the power generation are done still on thermal rather than the pure green way like the wind, solar or hydel. So still we have to travel a lot to reach that stage. So this is the real step between these two eras. And so in case of EV, we have very less infrastructure. So recently we have done an electric challenge with an EV car. So we wanted to charge the vehicle to 100% before we start the drive, but the charging got disconnected due to some power upgradation or something. So in India we are still not a 100%
free flow power supply country. So there are chances where normally miss to charge the car fully, and we may get in a trouble when we go for a long drive without full charge. So in that case, if you want to charge also, we have to stop somewhere and some 20 minutes or half an hour, which again take out from your busy schedule. So we are still have to be matured enough for an electric market. So that time these cars are actually a good bet, because with this combination of power, we are actually getting good fuel efficiency of more than 20 kilometers, and we're also neutralizing carbon with the combination of electric motor, where we reduce the usage of ICE engine when it's not required. So there is one level to shift before we go complete EV, in my opinion. That's what these powertrain are for. Unfortunately, we in India have lot of mild hybrid, which is not actually a hybrid system. So we actually don't have much hybrid system in market. One available is this one. So now I start driving in a highway still, but I am in an electric motor. But when I throttle it, it's beyond goes the RPM level required, and is the engines kickstart and get the power. Now again it's recharging since I'm not pedaling, and if I'm braking it, again recharges. So again the powertrain is actually benefiting you. You may be getting 5 km in a stretch to drive in hybrid, but whenever you are doing a braking, especially on a bumper to bumper traffic, on a city condition, you brake a lot and get the battery recharged. So when I talk about the experience of the Camry, it's not the first time I'm driving this new Camry. So I driven it earlier from a friend's car. So what I understood is it's vastly improved from the last generation. It's an amazing improvement which I see in this new Camry. So whatever improvement, make it feel like a more premium car than what it was. So it actually has upgraded to a next level, and that can be experienced on the suspension, refinement, and many other things. I'm mostly on the creature comfort as God. So first of all, I'll talk about the suspension, which is very refined. So whenever I passed on the potholes and the joints on the bridge, it was not damping. Properly is not damping. You're just feeling the sound of that dampness, but you can't experience inside the car. So that's a kind of refinement level is gone on the suspension. Other thing is the sound insulation done on the cabin. So since it has got hybrid system, we run on electric alone. That's the time we don't have any engine noise, but we tend to hear a lot of other noise. So that's been absorbed very well. It's very safe now with 9 airbags, including knee bag for the passenger on the front. So it's again a safe thing. Apart from that, the luxury and the infotainment system make you feel more premium and relaxed. So this type of relaxed drive really matters when it comes to our daily life. For example, for a businessman or maybe a professional like a doctor who is a surgeon who is undergoing 3-4 surgery a day, whenever you go back home, he want to relax and reach home in a fresh mood. So in that case, such cars really matters. That's what initially I said. This one segment which has to grow in India, because we have lot of professionals and upcoming business people who are very busy. So I think rather than an SUV, the sedans play a big role to refresh our drive back home. One other area I really felt refreshed is actually the rear seat, which I'll check out right away. So when you're sitting on the rear of the new Camry, first thing I want to explain is about the rear aesthetics. So first of all, it's a beige color, so it's looking good, and it's very roomy because the sill level of this window is low, and seat is also placed almost the same level of the front seat or a bit higher. Anyway, you are getting a very good view to outside the world, so you won't feel any kind of claustrophobia in this rear. Apart from that, the seat is well crafted. It's very supportive with enough thigh support. It's a bucket feel is there, and you can even seat 3 people because the transfer tunnel is there, but it's not very high. And if you are in this position, you can see the seat, second seat is upward, but this seat is actually reclined, which I'll explain you. But the most interesting factor I've seen is this button to control the front seat. You can bring it back, okay, or you can put it ahead, and even you can adjust the recline. Because if you are the key person, you want to have a relaxed ride, and that is available with this adjustment in this condition. So that's one of the best features in this car. Another thing is to unfold this handrest, and you get a very cushiony handrest and a very good support where 2+2 can sit comfortably. There's a cup holder over here, but the most interesting thing is this panel, which is dark and you won't feel anything over here. Even if you remove your glass, you just feel like a piano black panel. But once you touch that power button, it illuminates. It's a touch screen here, so you can control your volume, you can change your channel, you can change your even the tuner, or you can even put the power on mode for your AC and control it. Apart from that, one other interesting feature is the recline function of the seat can be controlled over here. You can recline so much that you will get a very relaxed ride while you're going back home. So for me, it was a very tight day, very long day. I shooted 2 cars. One is this Camry. Another one will be the next car to come, which is the Lexus ES 300h, which will be coming up soon, and you can watch it on our channel again. So it was a tiring day for me, but I'm getting relaxed here because of this good support seat and the way the headrests have been crafted is having proper support, because you know most of them get fatigue on your neck and shoulder when you do a very tight day. So now for me it was such a day and I'm relaxing a bit. So hope you guys really enjoyed this new Camry, because a lot of you asked me to bring it and I'm bringing it for you. So you had to like the video and share it among your friends for those who want to see this car. And if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please do subscribe and click that bell button so that you won't miss any of our new episodes as soon as we upload the videos. So until we meet next, stay safe and enjoy wheeling.